So Tyler Robinson is alleged to have shot and murdered Charlie Kirk on September the 10th. It's funny to think, eh? It's 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, yeah, to the day. He was identified by his father and through the help of a family friend, and he surrendered to police on September 11th. Robinson's first court date was September the 16th. The charges against him are read, which were aggravated murder. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty for this charge. Now, clearly, because he's supposed to have talked about this up to a week ahead of time, this is not a crime of passion. This is second or third degree. It's certainly not negligence. It's not manslaughter, not criminal negligence or anything like that. And this is sort of I would assume, first degree. So it's planned out. It's not a crime of reaction and so on. So yeah, aggravated murder, a felony discharge of a firearm causing serious bodily harm, obstruction of justice for concealing or removing the firearm used in the shooting, obstruction of justice for destroying, concealing, or removing the clothing worn during the shooting, tampering with a witness for attempting to induce his roommate, his lover, the person transitioning, to delete incriminating text messages, tampering with a witness, too, for attempting to induce his roommate to stay silent if questioned by the police, violent offense committed in the presence of a child, for committing criminal homicide in the physical presence of a child younger than 14 years old. Apparently, people thought it was his wife and child. At the time, I think that the information has come up since that Erica Kirk and his was in Arizona, I think, and she got the news on a plane, so she wasn't right there. Robinson is being held, obviously without bail. He was declared indigent and was to be assigned a public defender. Indigent, I think, refers to no money. Robinson's public defender, Catherine Nestor, was assigned on September 24th. 2 additional attorneys were approved to be added to the defense during the waiver hearing. The next court date was set for September the 29th, which was a waiver hearing. So Tyler Robinson's waiver hearing occurred on September 29th, 2025, of course, in the Utah 4th District Court in Provo, presided over by Judge Tony Graff. The roughly 10-minute virtual hearing focused on whether Robinson would waive his right to a preliminary hearing, during which prosecutors would need to present evidence to determine if the case proceeds to trial. Robinson appeared remotely from Utah County Jail with his camera turned off, avoiding showing his face, though no specific reason was stated beyond general security concerns. So his defense team, led by Catherine Nestor and including newly added attorneys Michael N. Burt and Richard G. Novak from California, indicated that they did not intend to waive the preliminary hearing, but requested additional time to review the voluminous evidence, including massive amounts of digital material. Prosecutors represented by Chad Grunander from the Utah County Attorney's Office confirmed that they had begun providing discovery materials and agreed the evidence was extensive. Evidence is detailed in the next section. The prosecution also raised concerns about the wording of a gag order, noting it involved over 3,000 potential witnesses, which are all the people who were at the university when Charlie was assassinated. So Judge Graff granted the continuance, scheduling the preliminary hearing for October 30th, 2025, at which Robinson is expected to appear in person. The judge emphasized protecting Robinson's constitutional rights, the presumption of innocence, and the victim's rights to fairness and dignity while pledging to conduct proceedings with transparency, impartiality, integrity, civility, and diligence to ensure justice. No plea was entered, and Robinson remains held without bail. Heightened security measures were in place, including police canine sweeps, limited courtroom access, and restrictions on bags, face coverings, and displays of support or disapproval.